Hi guys, I trust you're all well. We are coming to the end of Sem 1, right? 2024. So I know you're doing your exams in some few days from now because you're talking about next week, right? So in this case, on this last mile, what are we supposed to do? Majority of you are very anxious. I know you're very, very anxious. But with these few remaining days, if you can say, because I believe you're starting your exams next week, right? So what are we supposed to do? I've given you all the best advice that I always tend to share, which majority of you basically have been using this advice and you've always been passing. So towards this same more so last week, towards our revision period, we had a lot of you guys joining our classes, which I believe the classes for revision really helped you a lot. We realized that actually majority of the students kind of they were just studying for the 2 weeks, which is crazy, right? You're doing Kasneb exams and you just allocated only 2 weeks to do your studies. It was just crazy and at some point also encouraging because that shows how confident you guys are. Now on this last weekend of before your exams, we've received a lot of requests from you guys. Of course, I'll be telling you about how we are planning to do this next semester. But on the request that we have received from you guys during this period is that about the revision. I know most of you maybe attended one or two classes, but we had a lot of series of revision classes, which it was ongoing all through for the last like 2 weeks or so. So this is what we sat down as a team in the Rasa and we decided to share with you guys. Like in the event that you missed our revision classes, regardless it is a which unit that you're doing, all across business data analytics, talk about financial management, talk about financial reporting, all across. In the event that you missed our revision sessions, these are what we've decided as a team. And those who are willing to join, even right now, for those who are willing even to join right now, these are what you're doing for you guys. You can, if you don't have an account on the platform, you can literally create your account right now. And for this remaining period, which we are talking about because you're starting your exams next week, these are what we'll be doing. For each paper, regardless of how down you are, because you understand, or you'd be like, Molimu, we are towards the end of middle of the month, as you normally tend to say, mwezi uko kwa kona. But I'll wish to advise you guys, if possible, you can sacrifice only 1,000 shillings, only 1,000 bob. These are something that I know we've never done before, but actually you're doing this just for your request. You can sacrifice only 1,000 shillings. You get all the revisions that we've been doing. At the same time, we're also going to give you the videos for the key areas that you must be perfect on. This is for all the units except for BDA. BDA, of course, if at all you want the revision package, everything, BDA, we are giving you at only 2,000 bob. If at all you're doing exams next week. This is, I know we've never done this before, and you'll be like, Molimo, why have you decided to reduce that price as much, as low as that? This for the sake of you guys. We just want you to pass these exams, and we are very confident with the revisions that we have set for you. These are revisions that can take you places you've never seen before. So I'm appealing to you guys, like in the event that you missed our revision sessions and you want to prepare appropriately, covering the revision package that we had, plus the key areas. So when you talk about, say for example, financial management, we know very well financial management, there are some 4 key topics which you must be very key on. Talk about financial reporting. There's some key topics that you must be perfect on. In addition to that, we also give you the revision videos that you had prepared all through. With this package, you'll find that only 1,000 bob, you get all. And as soon as you do that, you're going to get access immediately. It is on a weekend, I know, but we are here for you guys. Other case, probably that I can also wish to share. I know you guys are very anxious. Yeah, I know you guys are very anxious about these exams. The question will be, Mwalimu, suppose I don't get this 1,000 shillings, how can you help me? Don't hesitate. Worry not. Just reach us out on the number indicated below there, because our target is for you guys to pass. Because the moment you passed, automatically you're going to join us next semester. So in the event that you feel like still you can't raise this 1,000 shillings, don't kind of lock yourself like, I don't have this resource. I know some will manage to get the resources. Some probably it might be hard for them to get all the resources. Worry not. All you can do, you can just reach us out. Even today, we guide you on how you can access that to reach an agreement whereby we just see like for you to pass, this will be the arrangement. And in that case, you get access to the same. The sole purpose is let us all pass these exams. Anxiety is there, which I believe it will always be there. But what you can do best is to learn how to fight this anxiety. As I've always told my students that, you know what, even if you don't believe in prayers, right, towards this, towards the end or towards your exams, just believe. Prayers normally help. Prayers normally assist. So even if you're this one person who don't believe in prayers, prayers will help a lot. Prayers will help a lot. So talk about maybe some few tricks that you can use. This time, of course, you can't go through everything. Some few tips that you can use. There's that theory Q&A, which have always been shared. You guys have requested on, of course, WhatsApp. Some have shared, right? So the trick that you can use more so for the theory papers, right? Regardless of which theory paper that you're using, or rather that you're handling, just be an open-minded person. An open-minded person, that is to say, kindly don't struggle to remember what you studied. Don't struggle to remember what you studied. The best that you can do, then you are in that exam room. You are in that exam room. So the best that you can do, just be an open-minded person, right? Try as much as possible to think beyond these four walls, because whatever that is there, they just want to see you what you're going to attempt. It doesn't necessarily that whatever that you're going to write, it should be 100%. However, how the question has been twisted, it doesn't mean that whatever that you're going to write, it should be 100% or it should be as exact on the marking scheme. No, you have an idea. You've not struggled to remember what you study, because the moment you try to trying so much to remember what you studied, what you'll be doing there is just a matter of what kind of wasting a lot of time. You put what has come in your mind, so long as it is reasonable. Put it there. Yeah. Who will care of maybe what you've written, regardless of whatever or of how you've written it? So long as you're having your mark, as much as it's not 100%, but at least you're having a mark. Remember, you getting 49%, you're not going to proceed to the next level. But you getting the 50%, you're going to proceed to the next level. So that one mark matters, right? That one mark matters a lot. That one mark matters a lot. For the computation papers, I've shared with you a lot in relation to that, which I believe if at all you use the strategy that we've been sharing, then you'll just be very good to go. You'll just be very, very, very good to go. So at this point also, this notion that majority of you guys, you always tend to have, like now that I'm doing my exam, I'll just have to wait for the paper or for the results to be released. And probably you are in intermediate level doing the three papers. Remember, if you are in an intermediate level doing the three papers, the other three papers waiting for you. Yeah. So what I'll advise, remember, August is not that far. Look at it in a very reality perspective. August is not that far. So you've done the three papers, right? And maybe you're in intermediate or you're in advanced level, you did the three papers. So instead of you waiting for results to be released, which you know very well that is going to be released maybe in the middle of May or towards end of May. So instead of you waiting that much and talk about, look at this case, I want us to count together, okay? I want us to count together. Semester is starting on May, right? So May, June, July, right? Exams are done in August. So you've done exams, you'll be doing exams this April. Yeah, talk of you're waiting for end of May for your results to be released. Remember, we are in June, July. You'll be counting like 2 months to prepare. Again, you'll be having a lot of pressure. So the best advice that I can give you at this point, you are in a level which maybe you're not doing all the papers in that level. Of course, for those who will be very skeptical, those who will be maybe moving from one level to the other level. But all these students who are within the same level, the best that you can do immediately after you've done with your paper, I can advise, if possible, make sure that you subscribe to the other papers within the same level. Why? So this will help you to reduce that pressure, because you'll find that with the package that we're having, say for example the one that you normally term it as pre-recorded version, coursework, this I'll just tell you this for free, and I'll be very honest. You see, coursework is just coursework. Whatever that I've taught this semester, trust you me, it is exactly the same thing I'm going to teach next semester. Only with the addition that next semester we will be handling the questions that were tested this semester. But coursework is exactly the same. Whatever that I taught last semester, it is exactly the same thing that I taught this semester, except for the say like for example tax. These are what have changed, but the other elements you'll find that they are exactly the same. What we normally tend to do is just to add the questions that have been tested on that specific or the previous paper or the previous sitting. So it won't harm. In this case, it will be very advantageous for you, if at all, as much as maybe you'll be hesitant in joining the live session, you can go with this pre-recorded version. You can go with this pre-recorded version because August is not that far. It's not that far as how you're looking at it. August is just like some 3 months from now. We hope and we pray to God to keep us alive, right? It's not that far. So in this case, you can just take advantage. Immediately after you're done with your paper, be very optimistic that this paper you're going to pass. And you being that optimistic, subscribe to the next papers, so that by the time the results are released, at least you wouldn't have wasted a lot of that time you waiting for the exams. And that will really help you a lot, so that when May comes, towards end of May, already you are in class. At least you've gone through the main concepts, because as I've said, coursework is just the same. Whatever that I taught last semester, it is exactly the same thing that you're going to teach next semester. So make sure that you take advantage of that, so that you should avoid this pressure that the semesters began and this semester maybe you're late, you want to start combining things. In that case, you'll be wasting a lot of time, you'll be having a lot of pressure. So this is what I want us to agree just right now. This is what I want us to agree right now. For those who will be subscribing for these papers, regardless if you're a new student, if you are an existing student, for those who will be subscribing for this paper, that is before what? Before May. We're going to give you amazing discounts. Like ideally, the original price per unit, that is for pre-recorded version, without discount, you normally charge 4,000. But this is what I'm giving you guys. This is what we're giving you guys. For those who are subscribing before May, trust me, you're going to pay only 2,800 per unit. Instead of 4,000, you're going to pay 2,800 per unit instead of that 4,000. But when we enter May, when the semester begins, of course, we go back to our normal pricing. So this point, I just want to take this chance, guys. For those who are doing exams next week, I just want to take this chance to wish you guys all the best. I want to take this chance to wish you guys all the best. I know you have prepared enough. I know you guys, you are going to pass this exam so long as you go with a positive mentality. This paper is just like any other paper. And I pray to God that as you prepare towards these exams next week, any form of distraction that will put you away from your revision, should it be avoided as much as possible. We pray to God to fight on your end, right? In this case, all of us, both Muslim and a Christian, we believe in one God, right? So as I'm talking of God, we are talking on behalf of all of us, right? So that go to this paper with a lot of courage, know that you are, Molim will always be praying for you guys. At the end of the day, you're going to emerge victorious. You're going to emerge victorious. So let me take this chance and wish you guys all the best. Yeah, wish you guys all the best. And if possible, heed the Molimu advice, like you start to prepare for next semester in advance. And if at all you know very well that you're still not prepared and you're having a lot of anxiety about these papers, what you can do, right? I've given you a package or this discount offer of 1,000 shillings to get access to the revisions and the main areas for 1,000 bob. I know the exams in next week, that's why you're giving you this only 1,000 shillings. Where you feel you can't trace the whole amount, don't hesitate. Reach us out, and to that point, I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much for always supporting us in the little way that you can, and for always believing in us. We are not taking it for granted. So this point, wish you all the best, guys. I know the next video that I'll be doing, probably it will be about next semester. But I'm really insisting, make sure that if you haven't gotten our revision package, make sure you have it, right? At this point, thank you so much and wish you all the best, guys. See you on the other side. Bye bye.